Well, level at half-time with everything to play for, Gary. How disappointed were you by the second half?
Yeah, really disappointed because we felt that we'd had the legs and the game to get at them, and funny enough we did from the kick-off and had a bit of a chance, but they upped their game, they upped their spirit. This was Crawley, and some of our lads went missing, unfortunately, and that's how it was. We've sort of seen the best and the worst over 7 days of our group, and that's what it was today. It's one of our worst performances for. We created a lot of chances, but we were powder puff all over in both penalty areas, and that's shocking. That's poor, and you know, and we got to have a good look at that. Why we're powder puff on occasions, and why we can be Trojans on another, like last week.
And the difference between the first and second halves as well. I mean, it wasn't a bad performance in the first half. We had chances, hit the post, and it was just after the break, it just seemed to change, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. And their probably best bit of play came, and they got a couple of goals in that best bit of play. You know, where they shut down quickly and they had a bit of movement. And our boys on the day were just not up to that period of time. And then every chance we created where we could have got back into the game, we was powder puff again, and that's exactly the only way I can. It's the word that comes into my mind at the moment, you know. So we're gonna have to liven a few up somehow, and try and get them a little bit more consistent.
And if your side were powder puff, in your own words, I guess Marvin Elliott was anything but with those two forceful headers to win the game for Crawley.
Yeah, of course they were, you know, absolute Marvin Elliott goals, weren't they? You know, he helped take Bristol City from the bottom of the first division to the top of the championship and nearly in the Premiership, and they're the sort of things that he did, and Crawley done well to get him fit and wait for him. But you know, we didn't feel we needed him at the time of all our sort of midfielders, and you know, but yeah, that's Marvin Elliott's game, and that's what you saw today.
Is that what it was? I mean, because obviously you know what a good player he can be, but unfortunately the Marvin Elliott that was at Yeovil for those few weeks, his fitness wasn't as good as it could be.
No, he needed a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and we didn't really have that couple of weeks. You know, we'd already got midfielders. I'd already got my eye on a couple, and one of those, Simon Gillett's injured at the moment. But you know, we know what he's got. We know what he can do, and of course, such law is they always do it against their old team. And his what he's got to do now is make sure that he does that with Crawley every week. And but you know, it's as you say, sod's law.
Just talk us through your injuries. You lost Kiefer Moore in the first half. You took Kevin Dawson off at half time as well. Just talk us through those two.
Well, we had a look at it when Dawson came up. I mean, Kiefer had a hamstring injury anyway, and had to come off. So we made the decision to put Dawson on and put Granty up front, and then nothing really happened. We got sort of less effective really during that period. Didn't really get any crosses in the box, and the ones we did, we didn't have enough that other striker in there. So we decided, unfortunately, with Dawson, he was the one that would have to put Granty back and put Hates up there. But there wasn't a lot of difference between them, not because of the personnel, but just the way the team played. There wasn't as big a difference as we was hoping for any of our changes.
We've obviously only just got Hayter and James Barrett back from injury. How much benefit will this week do for them as you prepare for MK Dons?
Well, we hope quite a lot, but James looked like he needed the game. You know, I know he only played 45 minutes, but to me he looked like he needs games like all players do. And unfortunately, we couldn't get him in any sort of dangerous situations. We couldn't get AJ into any dangerous situations. So the only danger we had really was if the old Grant could get his shot away from being blocked, but all his shots kept being blocked or just going over or blasted over. So and then we had a couple of headers late on, but again that was weak headers.